Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast,
where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
Okay, the opinions no one ever asked for, and it's 1313. And
this, finally, now you're right, because what did you say last week? You said
and this will be
10:10.
Will this be going up on Friday? No. Saturday? When does it go up? Our podcast.
Saturday.
Okay.
But
tomorrow's 13. No, tomorrow's not 13. Next week is 13. Oh, darn it. All right, I worked through that myself, so you can all just pass through that.
Well, I was thinking that in my head. I'm like,
she's gonna get there.
Either she's gonna stop talking and I'll explain it to her, or she's gonna get there and realize,
I'm there.
That's not it. So before we jump in, a little bit of Bravo news here, real quick.
Oh, a bit of Bravo.
Vanderpump Rules finale will air on May 17th.
And if you people are not watching that, I really don't know what you're doing, because I'm
catching up as fast as I can.
I am only halfway through this week's episode. And it is already breaking down what went on. And it's actually hard to watch because Ariana is she's just so nice to Rachel. Like, so nice. Like,
oh, are you at the part where they stop calling her Raquel now and they call her by her real name, Rachel?
Oh, Raquel. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no. Rachel, Raquel, whatever her name is. I forget.
Her real name is Rachel.
I know, but she jaxed
herself.
That's all right. Everybody does what they want. Let them do it. It's fine. I understand.
No,
that.
I know.
I don't think she looks... Do I think she looks like a Rachel? Absolutely not. A Raquel? Yes.
Everybody refuses now. I've seen, online refuses to call her Raquel.
Yeah.
And then also, 2 T's in the pod here. They gave us a little good information here. They have confirmed that Teresa's wedding special will air on May 23rd. First part of the reunion, May 30th.
Oh, good.
So that's what we have. So we have, I guess, a certain amount of episodes till the 23rd. Again, I told you this yesterday here, privately. Digital Media Solution is currently under investigation for violating state laws. And you may hear this go, what the hell has got to do with Bravo? Well, the co-founder of that company would be none other than Big Mouth Louie.
Oh, Louie.
So...
But like I said, it could be for anything. It could be minor things. It could just be... It could be nothing. But, nobody wants to ever be under investigation anyway.
They're not going to let him bring No-No's pajamas in there. They're going to be like, no, sir.
We've already done that.
No, you didn't get my joke?
Yeah, I got it. No,
oh, okay. She just didn't laugh at it. All right, well, let's get into this week's episode. It was.
You also had other news that you just told me about Pump.
Oh, yes. Lisa Vanderpump has closed Pump down.
So it's, already closed?
No. So they're going to do one more. They're going to go through Pride. Oh. And will close on July 1st.
After Pride. Okay, well, let's get the Pride in.
Who the hell knows what the hell's going to happen now? Because here's the thing. If I was her, I'd be a little concerned because, I feel like Tom is not going to do, as great now. Especially now. Right? So why would that...
No, but it's a tough one because here's the thing. You could either do, people could be like, I don't want nothing to do. I'm not supporting him. But they do like Schwartz. But, I was just telling you, I was watching that thing and there was a little bit of, Well,
I'm seeing people are not liking Schwartz anymore.
Well, here's my thing because as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so this episode that I'm watching, sorry, there may be a little bit of a spoiler here or there, but I'm watching it going, it's so much information that they flooded you with in the first half.
Yeah.
That you're like, okay, wait a minute, wait, what? But, as you're hearing them...
Oh, my God.
He's throwing himself back, Cooper is. As you're hearing them, go back and forth through it, it's like, wait a minute. He just said that Schwartz and Raquel stayed at Sandoval's house, and then... they took an Uber back from, this was the beach party, and they took an Uber back from that. So, where I'm getting confused is, they took this Uber, which means they left from the beach to there, but then you hear Sandoval talk about how Schwartz and Raquel both had their dogs. So how'd you get your dog? Did you go back home?
Or were the dogs already at his house?
No, but why would they be at his house? Because they didn't go to the beach together.
Yeah, but here's my question now.
They had to go back and get the...
Yeah, but well, I don't know where Raquel lives, but as far as season 8, it seems like...
Well, no, Schwartz and Sandy live close to each other.
Yeah, so
they do.
There's that.
They're rather close. But
so
I don't think
Raquel's
she does.
dog's staying at his house...
No, but why would she?
If she's staying at his house while Ariana's gone, right?
No, she's not. She just was there overnight. Like, it was supposed to be like an impromptu thing where she drank too much, and instead of sending her home, they just let her crash on the couch. Then he said something about, he told Lisa that she stayed in the guest room.
Yeah, but how do we know it was actually an impromptu thing?
That's what I'm saying is becoming confusing. He was making it look like it was just a weird, like it was just, oh, they drank too much. They were in the jacuzzi. It got late.
So the
they
dog
made her
was
stay.
probably there because she's been staying there.
Well, I don't know if she had been staying there or what, but that's what makes you think. So now you think to yourself, okay.
Where Schwartz could have went down a few blocks and just said, hey, can we stop here, Uber, and let me grab my dog?
Here's my thing, though. It's like, so that's where I'm saying, like, did Schwartz actually know something was going on and he was there as, like, the buffer in case somebody did show up between the two of them and he stayed? I don't, like
that's an alibi.
Yeah, kind of where, like, there's no way that you're not going to know what was going on between the two of them if you were in that. Like, I just...
Well, he said he knew, so...
Yeah, but, like, he said he knew at the end of August. So, like, now you know that he brought her into into the house where Ariana lived and was not there because she was at her grandmother's funeral. Like, that's really sucky. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, it was just where that's why I'm like, I like Schwartz, but I'm starting to be like, I feel like there's holes in your story as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, watching now, I mean, we're going to
so
do an
many
episode
holes
before
in Sandoval's story.
Before the reunion.
So many holes.
And I'll give all my opinions on them. But, like, he is a little bit of like a, yes, man, whatever you want, whatever you need, I'll do.
He doesn't like confrontation at all. And it's just like, but this is not the time for that.
All right, well, let's get into New Jersey.
Messes and bridesmaids.
Or as I called it when we watched it, messies and bride dressies. If you listen to me talk about it all podcast, you know I have a little trouble reading, so there is that.
Well, it starts like anything else. I've noticed there's a pattern. They dive into like 2 or 3 of the Housewives, real clip, blip, 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 of scenes that mean nothing.
Yeah, it's just like a little
filler.
Catch up. A little filler.
Yeah. Like, cause you have Marge.
This episode did feel like a filler until we get Teresa in the car, but...
Yes, there it goes. That's the part that we want to hear about. But we will not jump ahead.
We'll just speed run through all this.
Yeah, basically we could really speed run through it. Because there's waffles to be made here today. So we gotta... Let's go.
Yeah.
So Marge and Joe are talking to Lexi, and listen, I'm all for having your friend stay with you, and every time she comes on and says she's willing to keep a friend there, we're like, over here, Marge, over here, we'll pool house you.
Yeah.
She's there with the kid, and I mean, I do think it's nice for them to have that.
Yeah,
I think it's
she doesn't have any real kids of her own, right, Marge?
I think she actually does have a child of her own, a son, I think she said.
Because I know she
and then she has
about
the stepkids. But her
like,
son doesn't want to be in this
limelight.
limelight.
She doesn't have any kids with Joe.
No, they never had any kids. So this is kind
of like they have like a kid that you get to keep and then send away when you're done with it. That's the best kind.
Kid with Joe? Maybe that kid is with Joe. I don't know. I don't know who he is, but I never hear Joe talk about a kid, so I'm going to go with no. But he's teaching the little kid, Nino, whatever, to go to the bathroom. And then it jumps right to Dolores and Paulie, and they're talking that they went to the farm. They jumped in the mud, and he basically tells her, you jumped in,
crap,
cow pie. So there you go. And this scene had to be the best. Danielle. It's the only thing I liked about her in this, because I'm not a fan anymore if she's lost me. She needs a lot of redeeming to get me back, and I don't know that's going to happen, but she was sugaring up the kids with the husband.
Yeah, and then they sent them down into the basement, and he shut the door.
Well,
God knows what's going to happen down there.
Well, wait. He shut the door not a moment too soon, but before that, Sister Sue hit brother in the hoo-ha with the bag of candy. So I don't know what you think is going to happen if you're going to sugar load them up, and she's already whacking him in the hoo-ha.
I only hope you have like a Nest cam down there to see what the hell happened, because he should have sent a cameraman down there. He sent
them down there, and he said to them as they're going down, if you do anything, blah, 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 this, that, I'm going to come down there, I'm going to get that candy, and me and your mother are going to sit and eat it in front of you while you watch us eat it. And I thought that was quite
That's like the
comical.
Jimmy Kimmel challenge where the parents are like, I ate your candy, and you tell your kids that. They're like, no, we're going to do it right in front of you, and we're going to eat it all.
No, he
and
meant it.
Listen, I don't think Danielle should have candy. I think I could see her getting all sugared up like that kid.
I don't think so either. And to be honest with you, that house makes me anxious. The black and white checkered floor. It was very, I don't want to say 80s, because it was not 80s, but maybe 2000s, like where...
I don't even remember what it looks like.
Everything is like so, like, I don't know. It's just...
Big and bougie?
Yeah, kind of basically big and bougie. And it's too much for me. It's like just the checkered floor. It's a lot. It's a lot. But we get to see a little bit more of her mom.
Yeah,
Angel is her name,
I don't know.
I think it was
Here's
Angel.
my thing. I've noticed. I think it's becoming a new housewife requirement. You either need to have a kooky mom. Mm-hmm. If you don't have one of those, you got to have a kooky grandma. I've just noticed, like, they almost all of them. Somebody's always got a kooky mom.
Well, they make it funner, I guess. You know,
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, I've
them.
noticed that is now becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's bringing their kooky mom or grandma into the show.
Well, she
Go for it.
brings
I'm
her
here
mom
for it.
over to show her wonderful shower basket that she's giving to Teresa. I mean, I know that's a thing. She tells her she wants to get her a special ring, and she keeps saying it. I don't say that, but she keeps saying it, saying it. And the mom, I don't get it, because you're saying a word that your mom doesn't like, but your mom comes out and says, like, watch your effing mouth or something. And I'm like, okay, big old curse word, but yet don't say that word. I'm like, that word's okay, that's not, I don't get it. But I think that was supposed to be what was funny about her mom. I don't know.
Bridal shower. I thought it was supposed to be like a baby shower. If you get a second one, you don't get to have one.
Typically you don't, but when it's this far apart, like where it's up to your friends and family if they want to do it. Like, you know,
I don't know.
I mean, when it's this far apart, most people do, but like, let's say they'll just have a party to celebrate them, but they won't give them like
Gifts.
Yeah, like it's not always like stuff
Well, yeah,
like that.
I mean, she is pretty set. Like, she doesn't need you to give her, like, the toaster oven.
No,
or
and that's the
things
thing. It's like
that.
she's already in a house, like fully furnished. So what are you giving them?
Yeah, I guess
mean,
it's more just like a celebration kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think it was kind of funny gift, but she did have a lot of gifts there because I saw when Jen Aiden went to put her gift down or something, and there was like she had a lot of gifts there. There was a significant
Well, because you
amount.
know, what if you're one of those girls that was one of those single girls? You better give a gift so when it's your turn for a real one, she's buying you a skinny pizza oven, you know, something like that.
She's pulling right up from the garage. I don't know, but she goes into the story again because now here we have a new person, so let's tell it one more time. She tells her mother about how Ireland was horrible and she was miserable and she tried to pull it together to the best that she could, but the girls were mean to her and Rachel just couldn't let go of that rat comment. I'm like, no, I mean, honestly, Rachel couldn't, but I don't think Rachel brought it up as much as she brought up her stuff. I think she would only say
Rachel
it in
just brought
response to
like, as in,
if
like,
she tried to be like, oh, so we gonna be buddies now? And like, she's like, no.
Called me a rat.
Yeah, like we're not going to be able to do that. So I get that, but she also, which again, goes into how she has this burden of the secret.
And she's like, no, and she goes,
now.
and what am I going to do with this? I don't know what I'm going to do with this information. Nothing. Jennifer Hayden told you to do nothing.
First of all, let's start there. Jennifer said, please do nothing with this.
She just told you because you wouldn't leave her alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the battery's dying on her laptop.
So she begged her. I mean, relentless. And she kept saying it in her interviews. I don't know if you remember, but she kept saying like, oh, I have to know what could be the secret. What could be the secret? Well, now you have it, so suck on it.
And then she did say, and then after she got it, she's like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere near this. And now you're like, what am I going to do with this? I mean, if you want to go ahead and tell Melissa, go ahead, go get yourself in trouble. Because it's not going to just be like you're going to have a feud with Melissa. You're also, when you say this...
Well, now you're taking the two that might actually be your only two friends. Because if you already got Rachel and Marge and all them on that side...
If you're going to now go against these two and say what they told you not to say, which I don't even... Who even knows if Teresa knows that she knows?
I don't think she
does. I don't feel like Jennifer would have been like, oh, I also told Danielle. No.
I don't think she knows.
You are setting yourself up for big time trouble from both ends. Maybe you could skate away with it from Melissa because you could pass the blame on to everybody else. But still, like your allies, you're going to screw over.
Yep, the two that, I wouldn't do it either. And the mom, of course, gives bad advice, like, to go in.
Yeah, she's like, go ahead and do it.
You should go into... I mean, look, I do understand that. It would be different if they told her and she didn't ask to know this rumor. Yeah. Like, that would be one thing. If somebody told you something like that, okay, well, now that they force that upon you.
And
I'm not holding on to that. But if you go and tell Melissa now, they can say, well, she was so eager to know what it was that she asked us. It's not like we put this upon her. Like, it's different if you go to them and be like,
yeah, or
listen.
Melissa's like, oh, how did you find out? I begged her.
Like, I'm wondering how when she does tell her how she's going to put this down. Like, is she going to say, well, I asked her and she told me? Or I'm curious to see where that goes. But we know it's going to come back again because that's just what happens. And then we get John and Rachel Fuda. They're on their way to the adoption lawyer. Now, this whole thing, I'm not really sure about. I'm not really sure how I feel about it because...
In what respect?
I don't know if it should be on TV. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because then it was weird, because remember how last time I said, I wonder if what the kid thinks about this? The dad didn't even seem like the kid knew that they were going to discuss
No, he said
this.
he didn't tell them, but she did say that the kid thought that once she married her father, that automatically made her, like,
Yeah.
it was like that was the way that he was
Yeah.
adopted. So he obviously does want it, but here's my thing. Like, I know the mom is probably, like, messed up, screwed up, not around, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's her private business. Like, you should not be coming on there saying
Yeah, you don't
she's
have
a
to
messed up person.
talk about her.
Yeah. So
You could just say she's not in his life, and then
that's
leave
it.
at
And
that.
just
That would
let,
probably
you know,
be
you
the
don't have
best.
to go into it, but she does go into it, and she says, like, a lot of stuff that's
Yeah.
like, because
If you want to save that for when you have to file the court case and be like,
Because
this is this X, Y, and Z.
that's the problem is, like, the mom, maybe because you're doing this now, because she can contest it, and all because it's a hard thing. When you think about it, you have to give up your rights to your child.
Yeah.
So maybe you didn't want to be around the kid, or you didn't think you were good enough for the kid or something. It's different, though, when you have to literally say, that's no longer I have no rights to that
Yeah.
child. Like, it's just different when they're basically saying you're not his mother.
Yeah.
So I don't know anyone that's going to actually do that, so I don't think this will go through for her.
The
But I
only
just
thing that-
don't know that they should be putting
What
it
is
out
going
there.
on?
Dogfight?
Now I hear nothing. The only thing that they could ever have is that they said they have to send it to from him, his last known address for her, and then if she doesn't answer in 45 days, then they can, like,
Yeah.
go through with it. That's the only hope, is that,
I have a feeling she will.
well, probably, if
Well-
she still lives where she does, she's going to see it. The only reason I would say, like, no.
Yeah, but when this is aired, I'm sure it's past 45 days.
Yeah, it's been probably almost going to be like a year, so definitely more than fine.
Here's my thing. It's like, I understand that you feel like you raised him, and this was all like, you feel like you're his mother.
Yeah.
I get that. But the problem is, you are his mother. You're his stepmother. Like, I don't know why that title's not okay enough for her. Oh, there's a red bird on the thing. Is that red? No, he's orange. He looks red from here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. It's like, squirrel! It gets me every time. Like, I don't know why she needs so desperately to take
Yeah, well,
the
and
title
she
of
brought
the
the
woman that
thing-
brought him into the world away
She
from her.
also said was like,
That did not expect it to happen, those cracks. Sorry.
she also said, like, she thought things were going to be different when he's 16. He is so close to being 18 that he's going to be like a legal adult at that point. Like, where it's going to be like,
Yeah, but there's people that I've seen that are legal adults that they get adopted.
no, I know you can do that,
But
but I'm just saying.
It's just
I wonder if
about,
it would have
like-
been easier when he's an adult.
Yeah, same way as your name change, because once you're 18, you don't have to ask for permission.
Oh, so they should just wait 2 years.
I don't know. I don't know how legally. I don't know how the adoption thing
but
goes. I'm not really too sure.
What the hell?
Oh, it's always the restart.
Did you just look at your arm for the time?
No, I felt like there was a.
Oh.
See, there was a hair there. I knew it. No, yeah, but no.
She's like, come on, let's move it along
I'm
here.
not that crazy.
Boring.
3 hairs to the left says, "Let's go." Boring. Thank you for giving us a title. Well, speaking of boring, we move on to Jen, Aiden, and Bill. Jen is putting together whatever the crap
The
that she
parties.
bought for Teresa, which, listen, I do think Jen's a good time. I'm sure she'd be real
Yeah, I
fun
think
to go
she
out.
is.
Here's my thing, though. Like, she's claiming that the girls came to her and asked to help with the shower.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, she goes, I told them that I would put a little Turkish traditions in there and stuff. But I'm like, why would you do that? Like, this is Italian. Like, these are 2 Italian, like, full.
Well, I guess at least it's like
I mean, it was interesting.
different
Yeah,
from
it
her
was
first
different.
one.
No,
Like,
no,
you
yeah.
know, because her other one would have been like also full blown Italian. So at least it was something different if you're going to have like.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting what she did. And I mean, she looked like she had a little funsy stuff going on there. But what I don't like about her is, and I can't figure out what's going on. I don't know where the oldest daughter went, that she is no longer ever on camera.
Yeah. Huh.
And only this little crackpot is, because she wants to be on camera. She is there all the time. It's like she only has that
She
one
was at
kid.
the bridal shower.
Well, I think she brought her because they were like helping to plan it.
Yeah, she was going to like help her set it up.
Who
I
knows
guess.
how much Jen Aiden paid for this, or if she's the only one that they all should have chipped in, but I don't know. That's typically how a bridal shower goes. But she starts talking to her and telling her like about the things that they're gonna do and about the garter, and then the garter leads to like her explaining that it's like lingerie, and then she's like, yeah, you always tell me that I should wear lingerie for daddy. I'm like, okay, even if the kid says it, let's not remind it of that, because why is the kid talking like that?
Yeah, that's weird.
I thought it was weird. And then
and I think sometimes they forget that this is setting this child's digital footprint up for the rest of her life. Imagine in 20 years, or even in a few years in school when she's older, and be like, "Are you the kid that told your parents to wear lingerie?" And be like, "I said that?" And be like, "Yeah, look right here on this clip." And she looks proud of it to the kid, sadly.
Oh, yeah, no, because she's like, "I tell you to wear satin and lingerie, silk and lingerie." And I'm like, "Okay, kid."
The worst part, though, is this kid seems like she's doing more miracles than damn Judy was doing. What the hell are you paying Judy for when you got her right here? Because she didn't she say that too? Was like she was like helping
fighting.
them.
Yeah. When they fight, she says they come together and she brings them back together, according to Jennifer Aiden.
So what do you need Judy for?
But here's my thing. Also, like, if she's getting upset because you're fighting in front of her, oh, I don't know, maybe stop fighting in front of her. Like, you don't have to fight in front of her. You can, choose to let it go or whatever. But
I could also see, like, if they were like in their own room and they had to shut the door, like I could see this kid being like nosy, putting her ear to the door, like coming in, being like, "Okay, here, let me help."
I could also hear her being very nosy doing that, but I think Jennifer Aiden fights right out there in front of everybody and everything. I don't think she minces words at all. I think she just goes right to town. But of course, she's got to hit Bill up about counseling. And did he do anything with the kids? Because the kids were calling her. And of course, the kids are calling you. Like, just because he's spending time with the kids doesn't mean that he knows where, like, the snack crackers are, because this guy's not home. He only paying for colleges, like he said.
Yeah, which is true. Lawnmower again?
It's time.
After a week, you have to mow on the mow?
Lawn?
Do you have to mow on the low?
Yeah, you have to mow the lawn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, otherwise, don't you remember? It used to be up to the knees if you didn't.
What was I going to say? Oh, the only Bill, if you want snacks, you gotta get whatever's in the pool house. That's the only snack cabinet that he knows. That's the only place
he knows. Yep, that's true. But she wants to go to counseling, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I don't think we need to, because you're the only one with issues." Which I get what he's trying to say. Like, he doesn't feel he has anything to like ask her about. But you are kind of supposed to like go there so that when she complains, like, perhaps you can step in and explain it, or they can help you make it, I don't know, sound right, or I don't know. But he's like, yeah, this particular moment, no, I don't, and I didn't think he was going to go.
I think the best part about this whole scene, and I think it's very ironic, what's behind Jennifer Aiden the whole time over her shoulder? The pool house.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It was like staged so perfectly, like it's just hovering in the back of her mind.
Balloons, water balloons, like, okay. I think Bill is over her.
Oh.
And I think he's realized it's cheaper to keep her than it is to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Oh, it absolutely has to be, because if he got rid of her, she would have to live accustomed to the life that she's normally used to. So if it's, all this money, he's going to be working like a dog, because, like, either she'll be in the house or he won't be able to. Or they'll sell the house. I don't know. But I think he's learned that phrase, cheaper to keep her, because she definitely would be.
Probably.
I think a lot of work. And I think that's why he stays. I think he likes her enough, but I think he would absolutely. All right, well, I don't know where she took them dress shopping, but it seemed like it was. I
told you I'd never even heard. Not that I've heard of every dress shop in New Jersey, but there's like the big ones where people go, and it's just like, I don't know who the hell Coco was.
She's not going to go to a big one, because she's going to try to probably keep it small, like, so that because Teresa thinks they're following her.
She went to the one in New York.
For her, she went there. This was for the girls, so she got the girls' dresses in this little whatever place. But I'm sorry, you know what? I really do think her and Louis are meant to be together. I'm gonna tell you why. Louis wants to wear those jammies of Grandpa's, of Nono, Nana, Nino. She wants to stare at her children in the nude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but for me, it is weird.
No, it's weird.
Because she's intentionally saying she wants to. It's one thing if you just get changed and stuff like that, but, like, she's talking about, like, I gave birth to you, so I'm going to stare at you. No, that's no.
I think it's interesting, too. I noticed that the two that are the quietest, the youngest one and then the second oldest, who I think I've noticed are always more reserved, not in the conflict, are always, like, grouped together. Like, they were the two that were like, not at all.
And I don't even think they're close in age, because...
No, because it's the youngest and then the second oldest.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It's something weird that it's almost like every other kid she got extrovert, introvert, extrovert, introvert.
Ow. I don't know.
I don't know. I just was like, that's interesting. Because those I think, were the two that went together to get changed.
Yeah, they did. Well, because there was only 3 dressing rooms, which I don't know why.
Why not just have one?
One couldn't just, and then I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, or if you know Melania and the other Gia don't care about that, then let them get changed.
Yeah,
and give each one of them. I didn't understand.
It's
whatever. I don't know.
It was like, it was just a little like, I was like,
And then it gets more bizarre because we enter Joe Giudice. And like out of nowhere, she just starts talking about, I hope that you get to come back here. Well, you can hope all you want. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Well, I think they were trying to petition him to get back here.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, do I think it was that much of a thing that he needed to be like deported? I don't think so. Really. I think it was a bit dramatic. So maybe they can get him back. I don't know. But I mean, the whole conversation and everything felt forced, felt like overdone. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't feel believable to me. I was just like, these Teresa scenes are becoming like...
Gia's just got the phone, and she's like, oh my God, look, she's crying.
It was just weird. The whole thing was weird. I don't know.
It was just weird. It was like even to the girls, it seemed weird that she was even reacting like this
they're like, look at her, how emotional she is. She's so crying. Emotional lately. And I'm like, okay.
Why did you say that?
I don't know. I just think her whole storyline is, I think, boring.
She doesn't really have one. It's just a countdown to the wedding.
And that's really sad. It's like, because you do have the wedding, but yet it's still so boring.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Because it really is. It's just like a countdown to the wedding. And she's not even showing that much of the wedding being planned.
No, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, okay, so she's showing the
getting the dresses
and stuff, but I still feel like, I don't know. Here's my thing, though. I don't know what he's doing now, Joe Giudice, but he had a yellow vest on that is reminiscent of, like, construction or something like that. So I don't know if he's
doing some construction.
I don't know if he's building houses again or something. I'm not really sure, but
he's just living his life in the Bahamas.
He definitely had like a vest on, like as if he was Joe the construction guy. I don't know.
Maybe
Melania just came back from seeing him, so apparently I guess they take turns, or
sometimes it looks like they go down as a group. They go one by one. I guess it kind of just depends on what they're doing.
Well, she was always closer to the father, so I could see her making multiple trips, opposed to not like the other ones wouldn't, but I could see her making multiple trips. And is she a senior? Yeah.
No, the other daughter just graduated, the second one, so she's got to be a little bit younger. No, she's Antonia's age, right? And Antonia's turning 17. Yeah. So she's probably she just had her sweet 16.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, wait, then that means she's younger than Antonia.
Well, I don't know if she had it last year. She might have had it last year.
Oh, yeah, so then she's probably... So this year she's 17, yeah. So, like, here it is again. I'm sorry, but it's Marge, and she's at lunch, and it's like, so... Marge, come on, somebody do something lively. I thought Marge Sr. was there. I thought we were going to have some fun.
But, it was a little kind of, like, what was more funny to me was like that I had the realization that her, the mom, the friend, they're living like a real-life Full House situation. They're all raising the...
I don't think Marge Sr.'s there, but now...
Oh, I thought she lived with them. She made it sound like she did.
No, now Lexi's mom is staying.
Yeah, okay. I thought the mom was staying there.
I think the mom just comes... Well, no, it's still a lot of people, but I think the mom comes over, Marge Sr. comes over and just hangs and stuff. So I think she's there quite often. Yeah.
But like, it almost felt like that. No. It was.
But it was like another one where I felt like they repeated the same thing that she just
discussed
in that small little clip in the morning, or the other day when she told us that Lexi's living here because of her divorce. Now they talked about it together. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's the only part that was best was how she said that Lexi knew her before her 2 facelifts. 2 faces ago. Yeah. Which I thought was like the best part of the whole thing, was the funniest line, but. I mean, Marge, I was getting excited. I'm like, oh, Marge is starting to talk. She starts to talk about Teresa. I'm like, oh, gosh. I'm like, Teresa and Melissa and how they're not, they can't get over this. No, they...
That's all anybody apparently wants to talk about in this group. We're the opposite. We're over it.
I'm so over it. And I'm on the Melissa train. She's over it. And I think she's just got to keep...
Yeah, the realization Melissa had was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
And you can feel she's done. Like, you can absolutely feel she's done. Because then
it's exhausting.
Yeah, because then they go to the house where Melissa and Joe are. And Melissa's reading a letter that Antonia is on.
I thought it looked like a text message.
I don't know, but she got this message. It could be, because you know how they send things out nowadays.
She got, like, honored by the superintendent for her
for honor. That's
her work.
what you get. Yeah, you get honored by the superintendent. I was really taken back with her reaction to their gift.
I literally wrote that down. I said that.
I mean, I don't think she's a bad kid at all, but she definitely, like, that was the best reaction I've ever seen.
Yeah, they got her a Porsche.
Was it a Porsche?
That's what I thought I saw.
Oh, I don't know.
But here's my thing. Yeah, I literally wrote that. I said that is the best child of a housewife reaction to a car. It was very real. She was, like, grateful. That's
yeah. Oh no, she was absolutely grateful.
You know, you've seen that.
I don't think she expected that at all.
Go back and watch OC, and they're getting their Mercedes Benz, and they're like, "Well, this isn't the color I want. The interior is wrong." She was just like emotional, like it was. You know, it was actually
because they were reading that whole letter, and then all of a sudden they hear the horns, and like Joe's like, "What is that? What is that going on there?" And I'm like, "Okay, here comes the car." But it's like another one of those weird timelines where Melissa mentioned about her getting into. Or she said that she was applying to colleges that were outside of New Jersey.
Yeah, but she got it. Did she say she got accepted to them? I thought she said.
I don't know. I don't think so. She just said that she was applying to colleges outside of the state of New Jersey, and she's okay with that because she does think she needs to get out there on her own and do her own thing and the whole bit. And nope, don't know where I was going with it. Damn it. Hold on, let me think.
Well, she said she wanted her to get out
there. Her timeline of age. That's where I was going with it. Okay, so
she's
just turned 17, which I know she can get a car, but I'm like, I don't know.
It was applying to a college that threw us off.
I think
so. But I guess by
then,
now she's going to be 18, but I actually graduated high school and I was 17 as well, so.
So she could be graduating. They could be seniors.
I guess she is a senior.
I don't know. She could be.
I'm not really sure. But if she is that smart, she'd be like an early admissions kind of thing.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. But then you get Joe and Melissa sitting together, and they're kind of breaking down a little bit more of Ireland and like what went on, and you know, she mentioned how she talked about Antonia and the whole thing, and you could just, I felt it in more even him than her, that they are just. They're waiting.
Care.
No, they're waiting for this to be over so that they can stop caring. And she's just like, I don't know if she's doing it for show or just so people don't say they don't go. But she was saying like, I just want to get to a point, because she told me she was going to the shower, and he's like, the shower, and she's like, yeah, I just want to get to the point where we can, like, where Joe can go, I can go, the kids can go, and it's a normal family function.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like abnormal that we're not there. But I mean, when you look at that shower. That was like, she looked like just any other guest. Yeah. She did not look like her sister-in-law of all those years. She was just like anybody in the crowd. That was really sad, I felt. And then on top of it, when she starts thanking people, I mean, like, come on.
Classic.
I don't know if she does that on purpose sometimes. It's hard to say with Teresa, but
I don't know, because it's kind of hard to tell what the hell is going on in her head.
But it feels very purposeful sometimes. It definitely feels like she's doing those things on purpose. But he basically said the same thing. Don't you think that, like...
They're done.
He's done.
They're done.
He's like, I feel like
you almost can visually see how exhausted they are.
Yeah, I think he thinks in his mind he's done because he's not going to, like, in his mind, he's not going to the wedding. He's not going to maintain a relationship. He's done.
Yeah. Well, their whole thing was like, let's go to the wedding and then be pretty much
I think
done
he's already,
to a sense.
I think he's the reason they don't go. I think he's put it in his mind, like, no, I don't want to.
Just over it.
I'm over it. And I mean, hello. I don't blame them after the car ride, Teresa and the two daughters.
Yeah.
I mean...
They don't even know about that, though.
No, that's the sad part. But before that, we do have Frank and Dolores.
Yeah.
Meeting up because Paulie thought it would be a good idea for her to talk to him and break it down to him. And I thought, and I'm a Frank lover, I thought Frank was totally wrong with this whole situation.
Let me tell you, I think I figured out what Frank's issue is here.
Oh, do tell.
Why he doesn't want Dolores to leave him. When they sat down at the table... They ask her, are you going to drink anything? And she says, no, you shouldn't, you know, because you're on a bike.
She basically takes care of him.
Then the waiter goes, what are you going to have? And she tells him, she says, this is what I'm going to have. And he looks to him and he goes, well, she knows what I'm going to have. And he has Dolores order for her.
And she did.
I think he may be at fear of losing his food orderer, which I understand. I can't order my own food, but I think that may be Frank's issue. He may be afraid to have his mouthpiece leave him. How the hell is he going to know what he wants to eat if Dolores isn't there?
No, the other one could do it. That seems like a place
Dolores
that they go often.
Send her to sit down and have her train him and be like, this is Frank's favorite food. If you go to here, if you go to this restaurant, Frank needs this food, but no sauce. Like that kind of thing.
I don't know. I think I see where he's going with this, but I just think it's... It's kind of mean.
Well, no, because I get that he's like, oh, I just want it to be the four of us, but your kids aren't little anymore. That you should want to have like family time like that. If they were little,
and if he didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a girlfriend, I could understand you not wanting to bring her boyfriend or whatever he is to her at the time. Yeah. But I do understand like that part. But the way he was explaining it was kind of mean. If he said like, oh, like he's like, I just want we're the ones one event a month. To just be like the four of us. Yeah. But the way he explains it's almost like I want all of the events that are for us to be just us. Do not bring our significant others into it. Which is like that's really really. And that's what she said. She's like, no, I've worked too hard to get like somebody that wants to be with me, someone that loves me. I'm not. No. Yeah. And I don't blame her either because I mean, if he's trying to get to know her kids too, like
how would she ever?
Yeah, like I don't know why she wouldn't just. It's. The whole thing is very weird. That's all I kept writing was, this is weird. It's weird.
It's not making him look good.
No, it's making him look very needy and in a bad way.
Should have just stopped at the bunny costume and never showed him again for the rest of the season.
That would have been hilarious. So then they really, it just kind of motors on to the shower and you start seeing people trickle in. And I thought Jen Aiden was already there, but then I see her walking in with the daughter because I was like, oh, how did you know that the daughter was there? But then
I just saw the daughter. No, I just saw the daughter roaming around. I saw a small child. That's how I noticed.
No, I saw her walking in when Jen Aiden came, and they were kind of dressed alike.
Was you said, oh, why didn't they have, like, Antonia come? Or something like that. And then I just happened to notice I saw another kid there, and I'm like, wait, no, that's Jennifer Aiden's daughter there.
Mm-hmm. That's Jennifer Aiden. She was there, and everything was also... I have to say, the place that they went was very nice. Like, they set up very nice. It was very nicely done, whoever was in charge of that whole thing, because I find it hard to believe that those kids had anything to do with that at all.
No, I think their only job was of recruiting Jennifer
I do
Aiden.
too.
Maybe they helped pick the place that they wanted to go.
The best part, which they saved to the last, is Teresa in the car.
Yeah.
She's got Melania in the front, and I forget...
The youngest one.
Oh, Gabriella? No.
No, that's the second one. Adriana.
So they have those two in the car, and... She gets a call from... Well, first of all, Melania asks her, can she bring... I guess Christian is her boyfriend, I think.
Yeah.
Can she bring her boyfriend? And she says no. It's only meant for family. And I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even know why. I guess he just wants to have a nice dinner before the wedding, but it's very weird.
It's like a rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, like you just had your rehearsal dinner. What are you doing now? Or just have that be your rehearsal dinner. I don't know. It was weird. So... They're on the phone, and he calls her and starts talking about this event that he's going to have. And I don't know if it was that same week he's having it or next week. I don't know, but I forget.
He ends up listing all the wives.
So he starts saying, so I'm going, who am I inviting? So I'm going to invite blah, 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 blah. I even hear Jackie's name in there. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, he pretty much says everybody.
Yeah, he put it, well, I think they like Nate. Not Nate. Is it Nate? What's Jackie's husband's name? Huh.
No, he said all the, like, I think he was like Dolores +1, Marge +1. That's how he said it. He said everybody's name +1.
And then he said, and we're excluding
except Melissa and Joe.
And she was like, and you saw her because she like tried
you saw
to put
the
phone,
fear in her eyes.
Yeah, the phone tried to go up really close, and she's like, well, you know the camera's on and we're filming, and I'm like, get it, girl. See, haha.
Yeah.
You were not paying attention. I heard him say, oh.
Yeah, he
shit. Wait, did he say, oh, okay, shit? Where did I
No, that's what he said.
Yeah, and I'm like...
And I think she was just
the first
time
I didn't hear him say that. I just heard him say something, but I didn't know what he said. And then I'm like, okay, no, round two, when I watched it again, I'm like, no, that's what he said. So he knows he was wrong. Like, he doesn't want anything.
I think she just kind of, like, hurries him off the phone. It's like, we'll talk later or something. And
when she did that, she definitely... Because you saw her, like, look at her phone like she was going to try to take it off speaker, but I think she thought that would be too obvious that she was trying to hide something. So she figured, maybe let me clean it up by saying, like, listen, you know you need to invite everybody. And
yeah, that's what she said. But I know as soon as she got home, she goes, take them off that damn list.
I don't know if they're still on the list or not.
But here's my thing. If it's a rehearsal thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably going to be filmed. Would Joe and Melissa then not watch the show later on? Like, as of now, they're coming to your wedding. So would they not later on?
I don't know. They haven't really been watching the show from what I can understand from Melissa. Like, lately. They haven't been watching the show.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, or they would find out via social media. Or even so, one of the girls would be like, hey, why weren't you at the party?
Yeah.
Like, even so, it doesn't even need to be the show. So, like, how would that not cause an issue? And one of my other things, too, was that she said that she doesn't keep the kids in the loop. Something she said that. She tells us or something in her sit-down.
Oh, no, yes.
I can't remember.
She had that sparkly shirt on, I remember.
You know, she says it in the sit-down, but I can't remember what she
I think it was a
brought
dress
that up.
shopping thing.
No. She said this in the car here because she said the things was not...
Oh,
she didn't want to keep the kids in the loop.
She quickly cleaned it up and went, oh, no, you have to invite everybody. If you're going to invite some, you got to invite them all. And then she's like, yeah, so now they're invited and they're going to come.
Yeah,
and,
but like
and
the daughter was
like, why?
Yeah, and she said something about like trying to not keep them in the loop, but clearly she sounds
Those
like...
kids, no.
No, but she clearly... Obviously, we know they are. We saw them sit down and talk to them. But my thing is, like, obviously, they have to be somewhat in a form of a loop to know to hate their uncle, basically.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but there's too much social media, and those girls are all over it. There's no way they're not seeing what's going on. That's just not happening. She tries to clean it up, but look, it's out there. There's no hiding it. Louis is a shit, and he's not looking to invite her family. Now, they do show in the coming attractions him saying, if I was in a snake pit, would you get me out of there or something like that? And she said, yeah, of course. And he says, well, I'm getting you out of the snake pit.
Yeah.
So clearly he's lost his anything for them as well.
Well, yeah, I think it was after this
Yeah, 'cause
thing.
she asked him something on that clip. Something about inviting them, and he said, I'd rather not because I don't want to talk to them or something like that. So he's clearly made his...
But what I said last week, I was also very right with when they were at the table and she was talking in front of Melissa so poorly about the no family and things. And I said, imagine what they say behind the cameras.
Well,
now we know. We know exactly what they say. I mean, like we said, we saw the sit down, but this is clearly,
Yeah, no,
you know, like you're like
saying,
purposely being
he's
like,
definitely
screw you guys.
saying stuff. Like, and like Melissa shows up, and I don't know what's with her outfits lately, or her dresses, I should say. She's doing this
weird colors.
She's doing these weird color blocking things, and
But I don't think is it summer anymore? Because it seems like, I get it would be like a summer dress, but
I don't know. This stuff just is not working for her, and she needs to stop because they're not good looks. I don't like what she's wearing lately, and I saw that her walking with that, and I'm like, oh God, not another one. I'm like, another color blocked dress, but ugh. These colors weren't as bad as the last one. So then, of course, my favorite arrives, Danielle.
Yeah.
Somebody asks her, I think it was Dolores, somebody asks her once again about how much she liked her trip or did she have fun or something. And, of course, she went into it to tell them how, like, it's not happening. She had a horrible time and, you know, they picked on her. And I was just like, okay.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, well, it was very brief that where Dolores asked her about how she was doing and how she feels in Ireland. And then I think she asked Melissa, like, have you talked to Teresa?
Yeah.
And, you know, what do you think or whatever? And she's like, yeah, I haven't spoken to her, which just blows my mind to think that they haven't, like, spoken since the last time they were together.
All of them, you're saying?
No, to, like, Teresa and Melissa. Like,
well, yeah, because they don't like each other.
I don't know, like, I thought in a weird way that was, like, all, I don't want to say a joke, but kind of.
What?
Like, I thought, like, that like, they were just playing this up to the camera and that they really didn't hate each other.
No.
But, yeah, I don't think so.
I think Teresa has nothing but hate in her heart for them.
Yeah, I don't understand what her problem is, but I think it goes back to the very, very beginning when she didn't like Melissa for her brother.
Yeah.
And she didn't like when he started, like, wanting to be with her more and wanting to do things with her more. I don't think she...
I feel like you'd have to give up on it after the marriage
Yeah,
point,
I don't think
especially
she did,
after
though.
they had 3 kids.
No.
Not just one. They popped out 3.
I don't think she cares
I think you'd
about
have to give that
Yeah.
up.
I don't think she cares. And then here comes Teresa. Now, I'm sorry. You really still believe she didn't know they were doing this?
No, she probably had an inkling. Because
I
thought
to
at
know,
first,
because A, she's in a white dress. B, the girls are super dressed up for just to go out to eat. Like, when do those girls ever dress up that?
No, at
like,
first I thought in the beginning of the episode, I thought Jennifer said that Teresa told her to bring some of her Turkish traditions into the thing. But then you were like, no, the girls
I
asked
think it was
her.
the girls. I definitely think it was the girls. Or because she told the girls that she was going to do that. And they were like, okay, that's fine or whatever. I don't know, because they probably didn't want to do anything. But I think she definitely knew because she was, like I said, in the white dress. She tells, they're like, well, they're getting off the exit. And she goes just like this. This is not somebody that is just going to lunch. She's like, oh, we're almost there. Like, as she knows she's going to a party kind of thing. And you know how Teresa is. When she's not
well, you know what?
paying attention, like, she says what she's thinking.
What would be interesting is to see at this wedding dinner that Louis has planned if she shows up in white, because all the wedding events
She's shown up in white.
She's shown up in white. So if she shows up in white for that as well,
I think she knew. I think she knew, absolutely.
Well, probably, because
And
also you got to keep in mind, why would not that they wouldn't, but why would the cameras really be filming them just going to lunch like her?
Well,
and
I
her
think
dog?
that part
I mean, I
would
know
be okay,
that might be, but
I just think she knew, and they just kept saying she didn't know, she doesn't know, she was so surprised. And I'm like, okay, you want to think that she's that you're gullible then, because she definitely didn't. But my favorite always comes through for me when it's been a boring episode and we are at the end and there's nothing left but Teresa to say a speech and thank everybody once again but Melissa. We can just shorten that and just be like, just say she didn't thank Melissa. And Louis' family is like all there, the mom, the sister, and she's just like saying how wonderful they are and how this friend was there for me and that friend was there for me and they supported me. And
the best part is,
I'm like,
Teresa's trainer even went up to
yeah,
Melissa.
I
was like,
was not surprised
I'm
because they felt bad for
though,
her. I don't know how anybody couldn't have felt bad.
But I
for
wonder
her.
if the trainer, like, what knowledge did the trainer have? Like, did the trainer not know anything about this issue?
No,
did the trainer only know about what Teresa said? Does the trainer watch the show? Like, how did the trainer form this opinion? I'd be interested.
I think she listens to what Teresa. I think she gets her information from Teresa, and then I don't know. First of all, I didn't even know Teresa was even seeing a trainer. Let's start there.
Refit.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's just refit. But
when is Melissa gonna have this fitness party? By the way.
Oh, I don't know.
Because all I know is in the picture that I saw of Melissa and the fitness poster, it was posted by the Fez, and the Fez was sitting on a yoga ball, and I could see the Fez to be the type that sits on a yoga ball and falls off of it.
Well, I would understand that because she's over there going, hey, I have the calamari, the clams, the meatballs, and the mozzarella, please. Pass it all. She asked.
She's going to get their money's worth for the
rattled
party.
That off like nobody's business. I was like, holy Fez, man. I'm like, she is pounding it back. Even if she's just taking one of everything.
I wonder if she got invited to the actual wedding. Probably. I mean, it seems like everybody got invited to the wedding.
I don't know. In the very beginning, I know she invited Rachel because she got the invitation and she made a comment like, they got the husband said, we got invited? Like, we don't even know them. And she's like, yeah, no, she said something about it to me. She let me know that she was going to invite me and that it was going to be like what do I want to call it? Like a nice gesture. Yeah. Because I think they're working together.
Well, yeah. Well, they also knew that hopefully by the end of the season they should be close enough to invite her to the wedding.
And I think that's what she was anticipating. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think if I saw her in any of the pictures.
We'd have to go back and look.
I don't, because I know like
Fez would make the wedding episode.
Margaret posted pictures and stuff. Well, if Margaret's mother's coming for crown. Now, don't you think she would have said something by now? They've talked about like Melissa's mom not being invited. Don't you think if Jen was not invited, she would have said, "Well, I'm not invited either."
Yeah, she's probably invited.
I think she would have said something. I think she probably. Oh wait, she did get an invitation. Don't you remember? They went to the door and they opened it.
The Fez?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll figure it out.
They all start drinking whiskey. Well, as they're sitting down to eat and stuff, they're drinking whiskey. And Teresa comes in and she's like, oh, what's going on over here? And they're like, oh, we're drinking a drink in honor of our time in Ireland or something. I guess it was like whiskey or something. So Danielle pipes up because she's always got to be putting her damn foot in it. And she's like, oh, just don't give this one any. And she points to like Rachel. You're just going to keep pushing this girl till the point where she kills you.
And she's saying like, oh my God, Rachel appears all sweet and nice and she's evil and all that stuff.
I can't wait for the reunion.
Why the hell would you be pushing and messing around with the evil girl then if she's evil?
Well, I
just
can't
keep
wait
your
for the
mouth
reunion
shut.
because I want to know like what happens.
Oh yeah,
I'm picturing, because I think these guys will all watch the episodes.
Danielle is going to be like bright red, finger waving around, like chest half up out of her seat, like she's like kind of like in a squat position, like she's not sitting on the chair but she's hovering over it.
So she's getting some exercise in. Good for her.
Yeah, she's doing a couple like she's like.
Sorry, Coop.
Oh, he didn't like that.
And then I just basically say that they go and make the henna because that's really all they did.
Yeah, they kind of just show that.
But I thought it was interesting that they did show how you make the henna. That like all the single ladies are supposed to like go and make the henna and stuff. I would have liked to see them. I mean, I don't know if Teresa got a henna because if it's a week before her wedding, like that stuff does not come off.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess she could have got it like on her foot or somewhere else.
Well, sometimes people put it like on, they do it on their palms and stuff. But I mean, next week looks interesting. But again,
she could have had henna at that wedding. Who the hell would know past the hair?
That's true. You're not looking. The hair is so. You're not looking at anything but the hair.
Well, no. Next week's episode looks really good because we get Frank and Polly are gonna talk.
Yeah.
We get more of Louis showing his true colors. The Fez and her mother, who has a twin sister.
Yeah, and they both look like Carol Burnett, like back in the day.
That's what I would picture Fez's mother to look like. And of course, her mother would be a twin. It's like everything's like coming together, and it's like 2 + 2 is
but
4.
They are like they're 12. So
well, yeah, she's like I don't know what I forgot how
she said something about they're
80 and they're still
dressing alike.
Yeah,
but twins are like that though. You're not gonna break it. Like you're just
no.
not gonna
I know,
do
but
it.
then you have to imagine
This
just
is so hot. The laptop.
Yeah,
I can't even put my arm
just
on it.
imagine if the Fez had a twin. But this is like the original Fez.
I don't even know if she has like siblings. Fez.
No, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I know, but just
if you
in
already
general.
know how she acts and behaves, now probably crank that dial up by
100.
100.
I think they're very much her and yeah.
And then times that
Interesting
dial
to
by
watch.
2 because now you got a second one. All I know is it better not be the quick little flash intro scene with her mom because I know she's probably gonna be good. Like, hope it's not gonna be in that like little like thing that they do. Better not be.
No, because I don't think they even. No, I don't even know. I don't remember them showing anything. I don't know, but
that's all.
It was like once again it ended in a weird way.
Yeah, all of a sudden we were
and
just like,
it's
that's it.
Yeah, we're like,
all right,
okay,
put Vanderpump Rules back on.
Yeah, I'm like, it's over. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was like an eh.
I don't even know if I'd call that a filler episode.
It felt like it was half a filler episode. Like it was really. I guess it was a filler episode, or it was like to drive the plot as far as the Louis thing right there. But that was it.
Yeah, because next week he, once again, like we said, we quoted what he said with the snake pit, and he keeps it going. Yeah. So yeah, he needs to be shut down, but I don't know who's doing that. Yeah, sadly.
But that's all for this week.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out last week. We put our trailer reaction out for the 17th season of Real Housewives of OC. And before they come back, you should also catch up and rewatch all. We watched all 1 through 16. You should watch it
too.
I have it linked. We have a playlist on our YouTube with them all.
So you could just listen to it.
Really
You don't
easy.
have to watch it.
Yeah, but if you go on YouTube, they're all in a playlist. So
you
don't
could
have to
speed up
scroll
our
through.
voices, which would probably be quite comical.
That's true.
It'll be like a little bit like this, but I'm gonna bring it, and then they're going to Teresa's house. Something like that. It'll sound like. So if you're interested in that and having us sound crazy, which I think is just perfect.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Oh, got a little itchy ear over here.
And we're going to continue doing Vanderpump. We're going to hopefully put an episode out before the reunion airs. And that will be like our overall thoughts of everything. I'll give my thoughts on all 10 seasons. And,
oh, my.
You know,
it's a lot.
well, not all 10 seasons.
No, I know.
But, you know, like the
quick
cast.
Summary.
Favorites, least favorite.
A quick
best
summary.
season, worst season. All that stuff we'll do.
All right.
And that will be once I finish.
Well, better hit that button so we can finish.
Well, you have to hopefully leave us a good rating.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and turn notifications so you don't miss any episodes. And that's all, folks. We'll be back next Saturday. Oh, and check out our other podcast, We Watch It All. We Talk About It All. Jesus, again, I did that on the We Talk About It All. I told them to check out the We Talk About It All podcast.
Whatever one you're on, do the other one. There you go.
Yeah.
Hit the button.